Okay, so today we want to strengthen our interpretations. We are going to do this today using something called keyword analysis. So after you've written your assertion, your context, and your evidence choice, if you're using keyword analysis, your first thinking step is to ask yourself which part of my evidence choice relates to my assertion the best. Which part of the quote really has some sort of strong point or deeper meaning to it. And those are the key words that you're going to analyze. So in the quote that I chose, I'm going to analyze the words stop seeking, because I think I can clearly prove how this supports my assertion. And I've thought of a lot of things around what it could really mean. So there's more than just one meaning to it. So I set up my sentence by saying the author's use of the word stop seeking. And now I need to think, well, what is the deeper meaning of that, of those keywords? That's your second thinking step, is to ask yourself, how is there a deeper meaning, or why is this part of my quote so important to what I'm trying to prove? And for me, in this specific example, I think that it can encourage students to stop looking to all of these other things out there in the world, social media, friends, anything that's outside of themselves, and that sometimes they just need to take time to think and reflect on them by themselves, and they can figure things out. And that's like just as important. That's my thinking behind these two key words, to stop seeking, right? So I'm gonna say the Taoist teachings encourage students to spend time reflecting rather than looking to the outside world for guidance. Okay. I have done two things so far. I've chosen some keywords for my quote, and I've analyzed like the deeper meaning behind it. If I also want to have a strong interpretation, especially if it's argumentative, I'm going to address the counterclaim. So we've already talked about this before, but I'll just set it up by saying some may argue that it is good to ask others for help, because that's the opposite of what I'm really stating right here. And then I use my contrasting conjunction yet. And for my opinion, I have to stop and think, well, why do I disagree? That's your that's your thinking step for a counterclaim. Why do you disagree? Why is this not the best argument? And I think in this specific case that the Taoist teaching reminds us that having strong self-awareness, so really knowing yourself, is just as important to student success, period. And so in those two sentences, I have analyzed the deeper meaning of my quote using keyword analysis, and I also addressed the counterclaim.